Right now at 5, a second UWL student charged with sexual assault in a separate case.
And a house fire in Onalaska. What we know so far.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. A house fire started less than 2 hours ago on Franklin Street in Onalaska.
Here's a live look at the scene. Onalaska Fire Chief Pete Fletty says one person was removed from the house by first responders. No word yet on that person's condition, but there is a medical examiner on the scene. The fire has since been put out.
So when we first arrived, there was fire on the exterior of the structure, as well as the interior of the structure. It was pretty well involved at the point of arrival. So we made an initial attack on the fire.
No word yet on what may have started the fire.
Another UW La Crosse student faces felony sexual assault charges after allegedly targeting underage girls. 19-year-old Caden Atkinson is facing 2 counts of sexual assault of a child after police say he provided alcohol and marijuana to 4 girls between 14 and 16 in his Locks Hall dorm room. Atkinson allegedly met the girls through Snapchat, and they told police he attempted to touch them inappropriately. One girl was found heavily intoxicated.
Especially after hearing it was in my dorm building in Laux where all this stuff is going on. Just overall, I just don't feel safe.
Atkinson denied the assault allegations but admitted to serving the teens alcohol.
A Vernon County woman is facing charges after her 5th OWI after authorities say she was driving drunk with a 2-year-old in the car. 35-year-old Kelly Doman was arrested Tuesday afternoon when drivers reported her erratic behavior on Highway 14. Sheriff Roy Torgerson says she was allegedly speeding, crossing the center line, and following vehicles too closely through Coon Valley. Deputies stopped Doman near Sherp Road in the town of Viroqua. She's currently in jail awaiting a bail hearing.
43-year-old Eric Sims of La Crosse was in court today for the death of a woman in December. He's being charged with second-degree reckless homicide. Surveillance footage apparently links him to the scene, and texts suggest a drug exchange. An autopsy report shows the victim died from fentanyl, oxycodone, and diphenhydramine. Sims, facing up to 25 years in prison if found guilty, is out on a $10,000 signature bond.
The treasurer for the town of Adrian is facing serious charges, accused of stealing nearly $300,000 in public funds. Monroe County investigators say 50-year-old Kelly Schleusner had been withdrawing money since April of 2022. She was arrested Tuesday for misconduct in office and theft. Officials say more charges could be coming. Her bond hearing is set for tomorrow.
Well, in the region, temperatures flirting in the upper 40s, near 50 once again, Greg.
Yeah, depending on where you are, actually it did hit 50 going up further north, but we had a little bit of rain. But the big story going forward for the end of the week is going to be the wind, really, especially starting tomorrow and then going into Friday. That's when it could get very strong. So mild conditions overall, but the wind will be the story. Now, we still had a little bit of precipitation come through earlier this morning, and we might have a little bit this evening and a little bit overnight, but really not too much in the way overall right now. There's just a weak little disturbance, hard to see out there to our northwest. It'll be coming through here. The other story for later tonight is the one that's in northern Minnesota. That one also will accompany it with a little bit of precipitation later tonight, followed by wind behind that. But for right now, you look at overall radar, not much going on. There's just a little bit there you'll see start to pop up here. Maybe a shower or two this evening. Very isolated chance that you might see one come through. That's just one little round that we might see. There's one bit later tonight that we'll see later on that could be a little sprinkles or flurries. Overnight temperature still getting back down, but overall mild for this time of year. Mid to upper 30s. That snow or sprinkle chance will come probably late tonight. A better shot as you go further north. Now going forward too, the mild conditions will kind of come to an end abruptly earlier this weekend, minus the wind. So we'll break down the winds and then show you what the temperatures look like going into this weekend a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers was in La Crosse today, hosting a community roundtable at the La Crosse Public Library. He's highlighting his next biennial budget plan, which he says will lower costs for Wisconsin families from child care to utility bills and medical expenses.
You're lowering costs of everyday things like over-the-counter drugs, or you're paying your bill for utilities, and you get the sales or the state tax removed from that, that's a big deal. You notice that. And
Evers' budget also emphasizes a record amount of funding for public education in the state.
The Onalaska School Board meets in just a few minutes to interview candidates for a new superintendent. Board members will go into a closed session at 5:25 to meet with potential candidates to replace the current co-interim superintendents, Fran Finko and Roger Fruit. This is one of the final steps in selecting new leadership for the district after Todd Antony stepped down last year.
Well, environmental groups in Minnesota are suing the state over polluted water.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the details.
Ken and Emily, several environmental protection groups believe the state should be doing more to keep nitrates out of Minnesota drinking water. The lawsuit is an attempt to get state agencies to adopt new fertilizer regulation rules. Runoff from agricultural fertilizer has led to high nitrate levels in privately owned wells. The state's health department says consuming high levels of nitrate can lead to birth defects, thyroid problems, and cancer. A member of the Minnesota Well Owners Organization says the southeastern region is vulnerable due to its landscape.
In most areas of the state of Minnesota, it doesn't infiltrate into the groundwater. It runs off into the rivers and streams or lakes and wetlands. Here, our surface water becomes our groundwater within hours to days. So any nutrients that are not used by the crops are not flushed off over the surface, they infiltrate into the ground.
The organization encourages private well owners to test their water for nitrates if they haven't done so already. A well testing clinic will be held in Spring Grove on March 8th. We'll have the link to that information on our website. In La Crescent, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Grace, thank you. UW-La Crosse pushing to complete its Prairie Springs Science Center. Phase 1 opened in 2018, but the second phase remains unfunded. The $93 million project would replace the aging Cowley Hall with modern classrooms and research facilities. Campus leaders say the project is essential for science education, but needs state approval through the budget.
And to me, investment in higher education is critical if you want to be a state that attracts talent, that keeps people here, that has a vibrant economy and a wonderful community.
The university plans to continue advocating for the project during this upcoming budget cycle.
Well, school is going to look a little different next year for Winona area elementary students.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergut is in studio with the explanation. Allison.
Ken and Emily, the Winona Area School Board recently approved an elementary school reconfiguration, meaning some students will be attending a new school next year.
We do feel that this is putting the district in a more on a more sustainable trajectory.
The new school year will have a new look for Winona's 3 elementary schools.
One of our schools, Goodview Elementary, is going to become a kindergarten center only. So every kindergartner in the district will attend Goodview Elementary.
The other 2 schools will host the district's 1st through 4th graders. Where students attend will be based on where they live. All students who would have attended Goodview will now move over to Jefferson Elementary.
Large cohorts of students that already know each other, that have been in class together, that are friends with one another, will get to move together, and I think that that's a benefit.
District leaders say changes to attendance are the main reason behind the reconfiguration.
Our community continues to shift. The enrollment numbers, birth rates continue to shift.
Right now, how many students are in one classroom depends completely on where they attend school.
You know, we don't want class sizes in one building of 26 and another building of 16.
The reality is right now we've got unbalanced class sizes between buildings. We've got unequal supports, between buildings.
They're confident the new configuration will make their schools more equitable. District officials recognize the change is not what everyone wanted, and that it will be disruptive for students and staff that now have to switch schools.
We're going to make this as smooth of a transition as we can for our students, for our staff, and for our families.
The district says there's another benefit to the plan, avoiding any other sweeping changes for the foreseeable future.
I do think that we need to give folks an opportunity for some stability.
With the new configuration, there will obviously be different bus routes. The district said those details will be worked out over the summer. Ken and Emily?
Allison, thank you.
Well, Oktoberfest is now accepting nominations for the 2025 Parade Marshal. The role will go to someone who's made a lasting impact in our community. To qualify, your nominee needs to have shown strong leadership in the La Crosse area. They must also have lived here for at least 10 years. A past parade marshal says the role also requires someone who is really good with people.
As a parade marshal, you get an opportunity to go and meet and represent the community. You will go to different communities throughout the year to represent La Crosse and Oktoberfest.
Nominations are due by March 17th. The Parade Marshal Committee will make the final decision, and the winner will be announced at the Oktoberfest kickoff party in September.
President Trump continues to lay off federal workers as he questions whether many on the payroll even exist.
Plus, an update on the Pope's health as he nears 2 weeks in the hospital.
I was there when Brad Schimmel initiated the Sexual Assault Kit initiative, pushing hard to make sure that victims of sexual assault were able to see their offenders convicted, to make sure that there is justice. And that's what we need on the Supreme Court bench.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious. During the President's Day sale at Home Furniture, get a free Stanley tumbler when you spend $6.99 or more on furniture, mattresses, and area rugs, like this sofa for $9.99. Get a $100 MasterCard Rewards card when you spend $14.99. Plus, when you spend $24.99 on your purchase, like this Esmond dining set, get $200 in MasterCard Rewards. Plus, pay no interest if paid in full within 1 year. The President's Day sale at Home Furniture ends Saturday.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward. Ingenious.
Sardine Fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
I was there when Brad Schimmel initiated the Sexual Assault Kit initiative, pushing hard to make sure that victims of sexual assault were able to see their offenders convicted, to make sure that there is justice. And that's what we need on the Supreme Court bench.
The Vatican has just given a health update for Pope Francis, and they're saying the pontiff is showing signs of improvement. The slight kidney failure they mentioned has been resolved, and the pulmonary inflammation is showing normal evolution, meaning it's not getting any worse.
The Trump administration has already laid off many federal workers who were within their first year of employment.
Now they're taking steps to begin deep cuts to employees who have more tenure, with the president himself questioning whether many on the payroll even exist. Erica Brown has more details from the White House.
President Trump says more government workers will soon be fired.
We're cutting down the size of government. We have to. We're bloated. We're sloppy. We have a lot of people that aren't doing their job. We have a lot of people that don't exist.
The announcement came as he held the first cabinet meeting of his second term. Government agency heads received a memo today instructing them to submit reorganization plans by March 13th that include large-scale reductions in force.
Elon Musk spoke at length during the cabinet meeting addressing the Department of Government Efficiency's coordination with agencies to make the job cuts.
We wish to keep everyone who is doing a job that is essential and doing that job well. But if the job is not essential or they're not doing the job well, they obviously should not be on the public payroll.
The president defended Musk's email to federal workers, demanding they list 5 recent accomplishments or risk losing their jobs.
Those million people that haven't responded, though, Elon, they are on the bubble. You know, I wouldn't say that we're thrilled about it. They haven't responded. Now, maybe they don't exist. Maybe we're paying people that don't exist.
And he said because so many employees did not respond, Musk could send another round of emails requesting accomplishments soon. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
We'll have more news ahead.
But first,
definitely wind's going to be a story for Thursday and Friday. We still got some mild temperatures to enjoy, but then it kind of have a little bit of abrupt change for your weekend, at least part of it. We'll explain all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Slow or clogged sink, toilet, or main drain? Maxwell White can help. Ask about our $99 mainline drain opening special. Includes a free camera inspection. Address the root problem now to avoid costly repairs or future damage. Call or book online today.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on 2025 Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
This is Tony, and this is Tony's Good Feet story.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job. Before my arch supports, I felt defeated, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I'm more positive.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Save on Stressless by the truckload at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Every season, Stressless updates styles and leathers, but first, we need to make room. At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we took advantage of big discounts on discontinued styles, leathers, and overstocks. Now we're passing a truckload of savings on to you. You'll find sofas, love seats, chairs and ottomans, even power recliners, all at amazingly low prices. Don't delay. Quantities are extremely limited. Take advantage of truckload savings on Stressless, only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
A 7-year-old girl attends a birthday party at a local swimming pool. She's sexually assaulted by a repeat child molester. The monster faces 100 years in prison, but Judge Susan Crawford let him off with just 4. That was Crawford's choice. Now he's back on the street, walking distance from a school. And Judge Crawford, she wants a promotion. Susan Crawford, dangerous decisions, wrong for Wisconsin.
When you have a drain backup, you need help fast. From slow drains to clogged mains, we solve it all. Maxwell White has been solving sewer, septic, and drain issues in the La Crosse Coulee region for more than 30 years. Fast, reliable, and professional. Call or book online today.
Yeah, we're going to deal with some precipitation here for the next couple days, but really the main story is going to be the wind coming on both Thursday and especially Friday as we have a couple systems coming through. So we still got a little bit of rain showers later tonight, snow showers. A lot of areas may see sprinkles or flurries instead of showers. Even could see one this evening too, but all in all, it's not going to be widespread activity through tonight, and it may extend into the morning commute, but not expecting really a wet commute at all. Winds will pick up Thursday behind the first system. Even some afternoon mixed showers are possible. Becomes a little bit more unstable, especially further east of I-94 you go. Big story Friday is the wind, and it's definitely going to pick up. It'll turn from the south all the way around to the northwest in the afternoon. Gust above 40 is definitely possible with this. And then behind it, unfortunately, we are going to get much colder for Saturday, although not too far below average. It just definitely will not feel like 50 degrees that we've had. Overall, for this evening, there's still that little bit of an opportunity for a few showers that might pop up here over the next couple hours through about 8 p.m. Very isolated right along the cross for the north to the Wausau. That'll just persist for maybe an hour or two as it pushes southeast. A few showers. Otherwise, most of the rest of the evening should be fairly quiet. The next system will bring some showers. This could be flurries, could be depending on location. Won't come in until after midnight. Ladysmith probably is the best opportunity maybe up in that area to see some of this light snow or rain as it comes through. Temperatures will be near or above freezing, so it won't be a road issue if we see any type of mixed precipitation between about 3 to 5 a.m. and I think that's the best chance for Eau Claire, those areas to see some of this precipitation come through. Less likely as you go to La Crosse and further southeast. Probably areas may not see any of this come through, but there's that opportunity throughout the morning to see this activity push further to the southeast. By the time we get to about 7 or 8, a lot of this is east of the area. The winds will start picking up. Once again, temperatures lowering back in the 30s, but still above freezing. And then in the afternoon, we still might pick up a few showers here and there, miss, with the best opportunity east of the area. Unlikely a lot of areas will stay dry in the entire period of time through Thursday. We will see clearing out just briefly, probably for Thursday evening, before we'll start seeing clouds increasing later Thursday night. So that's what we're seeing. So there's a chance you might see a shower, rain shower, snow shower, depending on location over the next kind of 24 hours. Winds tomorrow, these are sustained winds. We could have 15 to 20 miles per hour out of the northwest. Gusts will probably be potentially above 30. Highest winds, upper elevations, and especially southeast Minnesota into northeast Iowa. Those winds will continue throughout the afternoon and evening hours. So that's the first case of the wind. Temperatures overall tomorrow, still not bad, a little cooler, but still overall we should be, it's above average to what we've had. Now going into Friday, that's going to be the bigger story. These highs for Friday are probably going to be around noon, and then the temperatures are going to continue to fall in the afternoon as the system makes its way through and the winds definitely pick up. So 50 around noon for La Crosse. Here's the system, pretty strong coming through. Precipitation looks a possibility as a line of showers could come through Friday afternoon, maybe into Friday evening, along with the winds too along that, and then cooler air behind this system. Wind-wise, gusts, these are gusts, potentially over 40 during the time. We could see even higher. There's some things that could go up to 50. So if you got plans Friday evening, definitely pay attention to the things going on. We're going to skip over that there, and there's your 8-day forecast. You can see by the weekend, 32 for Saturday. Quite cold, but still not far from average, but we rebound pretty quickly for Sunday. And then the next kind of messy situation we got to get closer to is that Tuesday into Wednesday with all that precipitation and more wind. So I think wind's the story for the next couple days, minus some precipitation, and then we obviously get back to the 30s for Saturday.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
How Nevada's Department of Transportation wrangled a runaway cow. Up next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco One Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with zero interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco One Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
The Ford family of SUVs, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get up to $4,000 in total cash on a 2024 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 715-469-6907. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 715-469-6907. Again, that's 715-469-6907.
Well, it was utter chaos near a Vegas freeway on Monday. Nevada Department of Transportation crews had to help corral a runaway cow.
These temporary cowboys captured the bovine who was moving a little too close to traffic. The cow had reportedly been seen roaming the area for several days. It is now under the care of animal control.
Glad they were able to wrangle him.
On to greener pastures she was in search of.
I guess
but I'm glad they found him and she's okay. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after the break.
At Dahl Auto, we've had customers ask, why are your prices so low? The simple answer is, we price our pre-owned vehicles to sell. When you're shopping around, we want you asking, why are their prices so high? Dahl Auto.
Welcome to Luther High School. We'd like to give you a glimpse into what your child will experience here. Smaller class sizes, focusing on their needs. Exploration of the arts. Students working together. At Luther High School, you'll find a community building a foundation for the future and a family for life. For more information or to schedule a visit, go to lutherhigh.org or find us on Facebook at We Love Luther.
During the President's Day sale at Home Furniture, get a free Stanley tumbler when you spend $6.99 or more on furniture, mattresses, and area rugs, like this sofa for $9.99. Get a $100 MasterCard rewards card when you spend $14.99. Plus, when you spend $24.99 on your purchase, like this Esmond dining set, get $200 in MasterCard rewards. Plus, pay no interest if paid in full within 1 year. The President's Day sale at Home Furniture ends Saturday.
The fact that Brad Schimmel supports the 1849 law terrifies me. When I was pregnant, I had complications, but because of the ban, doctors couldn't help me. Brad Schimmel has no idea what it's like to lay in a hospital bed, pregnant and dying. The 1849 law that Brad Schimmel supports almost killed me. Brad Schimmel is too extreme for the Supreme Court.
For over 40 years, Blood Cross Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
How much time do you spend comparing prices on pre-owned vehicles? At Dahl Auto, we're comparing prices every day, all week, all year. Because we want our price to be the best price by far. Dahl Auto.
All right, if you want to head over to news8000.com or 8.2, you got a little bit of March climatology. We'll explain all what the lamb and lion means when we got a nice hit for that to kind of cover.
I'm so confused with that. I'm excited to hear about that.
Other than the winds, the story for Thursday and Friday.
All right, not too bad. Thanks for joining us at 5.
We'll see you at 6.